Hey guys, thank you for joining me today on Godspot. I want to speak to you about taking ownership of your life. It says in Matthew 25, 24 through 25, then he who received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you've not sown and gathering where you've not scattered seed. And I was afraid. And when it hid your talent in the ground, look, there it is, what is yours, I give it to you. Now here is an interesting parable. It's all about ownership. 2 of them go with the talents they're given and they double it. They invest it, do something with it. But one man who has 1 talent doesn't, because he's afraid of what his master thinks. He's afraid of public opinion. And he'd rather play the role of a victim than be the person who takes responsibility of his own life. So he says, look, it's your fault. I've only got 1 talent. I would have invested it, but you know what? You're a hard man, so I hid it instead. How many of us are just like that? We're so worried about what other people think of our lives that instead of taking responsibility, we position ourselves as victims. And we blame everybody else when things don't go right. And that's not the way to live your life. So I want to challenge you that you would take responsibility, because this is a very important character trait in your life. And not worry about what other people think. Because what you've got to realize is your life is filled with decisions. You are the owner of your own life. And every decision you make tells a lot about your DNA. And that is what truly sets you apart from everyone else. Don't be a victim, take responsibility. There are some things that are rewarding that happen when you take responsibility. Number 1, you'll be more willing to take a risk. Yes, risks happen to all of us, but not everyone is willing to take those risks. So when you are willing to take responsibility, you'll take a risk. I started a church with my wife. I took over a difficult church with my wife. We started a business, and every time people looked at us and wondered how we would do. There was a question mark on us. And even today, sometimes there's a question mark on us. But you know, if we hadn't taken that risk, those churches would never have survived and been built, and this business wouldn't be what it is today. Number 2, if you're willing to take a risk, you'll be fulfilled. You know, when you do what you're happy to do, automatically you're going to find fulfillment. Whether it be in your calling in preaching, whether it be in your calling in business, whatever it may be, even in marriage, you'll find fulfillment if you're happy being married. Number 3, you'll have better friends and relationships. You know, it's amazing how many friends you have until you make a decision that involves risk. They all step away and they go, oh man, I don't want to be involved in this. And they're afraid that you're going to fail. You need to know that when you're willing to step up and take responsibility, that you're going to have friends who are going to stick with you no matter what. And they're interested in who you are as a person, not in so much what you're doing, but who you are as a person. And they've got your back. And you can talk to them and they'll speak into your life, and you'll have opportunity to speak into their life. Number 4, you'll grow as a person. A huge aspect of personal development is loving who you are as a person. Now that may be difficult for some of us, but it's true. Every day we look in a mirror, we have to look at that person looking right back at us, ask who we are and who are we becoming. And if we're not becoming the person we want to be, then we need to set in place the changes to bring that up to pass in our lives. And finally, number 5, you'll ultimately be happier. Now, I know that happiness is a feeling, but I'm talking about something beyond a feeling. I'm talking about joy. When you find your place, your assignment that you're called to do, it brings great joy to your life. A joy that's beyond, because whatever you do, there's going to be risks, as I said, ups and downs along the journey. But the fact is, joy is something that's everlasting. And this is what God promises if we put him first in everything we do. If we put Jesus first, he said, seek me above everything else, and I'll add everything you'll need if you'll put him first. So here's the challenge. What's God speaking to you about? Is this a wake-up call for you? Is God trying to move you into the calling he's wanting to bring to your life? I hope this helps you. I hope it challenges you. Thank you for listening. Hit the like button and share it with someone else.